Hello there. In this video, I want to take you through all steps how to create anime style animations on your local machine with AI. So I'll take you from all steps, what library you need to install it, how to install them, where to get them, how to set up everything, all lines, how to configure your animations, run to this. Next, we'll take all our images that we created and compile together with a Premiere Pro. So I will show you tips also how to do these animations in a better way there. So all of the steps, let's go ahead and start working on this. So let's go ahead, going to the git4windows.org and click download button. After download completed, we'll go ahead and open installation. I'll just follow the prompt. So I want to install on the C drive, just everything by default. Okay, let's go ahead, continue. And you notice right here we have it, additional icon. I will just add one, put it on a desktop so I can access when I need it. And I think rest is about same. Browser git. Okay, we have it. Use the VM. So we want to do, let's get guide. Yep, we'll go with this one. Git from command line recommended. We'll go just almost everything by default. We want bundle with SSH. SSH library, check out Windows. Usually what I check when I go through this installation, that does not install a third-party software, like for example toolbar for your browser or something else. This is usually what I just be sure we don't have any of those sneaky things, but this is a kind of clean. And we'll go to system management. We don't care about safety consoles, and let's go ahead and click installing. When it's completed, let's go ahead and click launch bash and open. If you're not familiar with the terminals or anything, we're just going easy step by step what to do here. We're going to create a new directory, and I call AI Stable Diffusion. You can name as you like it. This is where our program will locate it, or our code and everything. So I'm right click and says copy as a path in this case. Next we're going to navigate. So we'll go cd space and we'll paste the path. Delete any weird characters that we have it. And now you can see we relocated in this specific folder. The next, you want to download the proper code. If you're going on GitHub and look for topics Stable Diffusion, you find many different variations. For example, this is variations CompIVs, which is actually work okay, but one I recommend for you for now, just going with the automatic 1111 Stable Diffusion. I will provide link below. Next, what we want to do here, go on a code and click down and copy this path right here, you can see. Okay. Also, you not necessarily would require login to receive this link, but I highly recommend for you to create an account and log in, because you will have issues when you start accessing from GitHub for Windows. Next, when going back to our terminal, and we're going to type a git clone. And at this point, we can right click and paste path that we just copied. So let's go ahead after this, press enter. Right now, going connect to this GitHub database and downloading all of this code from there, the current branch, and try to put it install on our machine. At this point, when it's done, we actually have this copy or clone of the code that people created on our machine. So next, when you're going to the huggingface.co, I will provide link below for you. And from here, we needed downloaded the latest version of the Stable Diffusion. And you can see right on the side, it will show Stable Diffusion 1.4. Again, for this one, I would recommend to create an account and log in as well. So let's go ahead, click on this. Okay, it will direct us to page. We're going all the way down. Right here, where we have the access repository, you want to check the box that you read license agreement with this term, and let's go click access repository. In some cases, the weights can be located up front. If they don't, we will probably have a redirect like at this point, and we can just click And we go inside and you can see download weights. We want download SD. We want for SKP. So let's go click on this one and it's downloading. Just let you know, this is actually quite a bit large. And it's all describe what it does. It's assigned weight, image, and related to the text. Okay, just let you know, this is about 4 GB file, so it may take a little bit time to download. Another thing what we want downloaded, it's GF Gain, which is work a little bit with the faces and help work with the portraits. If you work previously with early versions of Disco Diffusion, you know how sometimes faces have this weird look, eyes and all that stuff. So this is a specific module which allowed to us work a little bit better with the faces. So again, these links will be provided below. And what you want to do when you come on this link, go down here and we'll see currently it's 1.4 latest model. So click on this to download this as well. After finish downloading this, you'll notice it's a Python extension. So we obviously need to go in a Python org download and download it latest version. Currently it is 3.17. So we go ahead and download this. And when you download it, be sure you're downloading for your OS. Currently, it is detected because I'm on Windows. It detects my Windows and allowed me downloading latest version for the Windows. If you work on Linux or Mac OS, please select properly version. After it's done, let's go ahead, click and install Python on machine. Things what we want to do is be sure the path is included. So we'll go check on this one. And let's go ahead, click on install now. Next, we need to take those files that we just downloaded and move them in properly directory. So first, on this Stable Diffusion web UI, we'll take the GFP gang and move it to this area. And after, inside the folder Stable Diffusion, model Stable Diffusions, we'll take this SDK and just move it in this area. Okay, next step, after we finish copying, we want to go inside main Stable Diffusion web UI and we want to run web UI user batch file. Okay, let's double tap and click open. And notice right here we're executing our Python and creating directory. Okay, and this batch will actually perform a lot of installations. So we'll can kind of wait and see after installation is completed. This is actually may take quite a bit of time to installations. It's depend on how fast your computer, your connections, and hard drive. You'll notice it will download it. So this should be take maybe anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes. If it's take a little bit longer, it's maybe pause. Just press enter so it can continue. Okay, so as I said, it's take a little bit time to download. Okay. After installation is completed, we need going inside and you can see right here we have a URL that what we needed, and it's always will be your local host, so it's a 127.0.0.1, but what most important, it's a port it's running on, and this last 4 numbers it is the port. So remember 7860. Okay, so we'll go inside the browser, tap our address, and here we access to the web interface for the server that currently running on our machine. Okay, so let's go ahead, select the checkpoint Stable Diffusion. If you have more than one versions, you can actually select different version, but we run on 1.4. So let's go ahead and try generate it. So we'll going we just select anything that we wanted. So same steps. The nice things about this, because it's running on your machine, you can select as much as you want it. So we'll just pop up quite a bit steps. Okay, we'll leave it sampling method. Same, we can go after the settings. Width and height, 512, 512 should work okay for now. We don't care about tiling, faces, batch size count. So we'll just keep it all as the same. Okay, and when we're done, let's go ahead and click render. Depend on how fast is your GPU and how fast is your machine. You can actually see it's progressing. Notice I have it quite a bit of the sampling steps. The more sampling steps, the better quality will be. But you can try always with lower and see if it's work for you. Okay, so it's done rendering. And if you're going inside the Stable Diffusion folder, outputs, text to images, you can find the image is here. So we can go ahead, open and preview. This is image that's generated by Stable Diffusion that installed on your local machine. So next, after Stable Diffusion installed, we actually need to have several steps for us. One, we need to install a special anime model, pre-trained model, which is Anything version 3.0. And we also need to install the Deforum, which allowed us to animate. So right here, you can see Stable Diffusion model using, and also Deforum, this block. Let's go ahead and start with installing Deforum first. For this, you'll need to go to GitHub, and a link again will be provided all below, so don't worry about copying and pasting or something, typing this text. What you need to go right here, it is before we clone or other things, you need to download these two files. You need to download this model, PT, and other ones. They are quite a bit large size, so it will take a little bit time. It's the reason why you want to start download them first. Next, go up, and right here where it says git clone Deforum, so copy this. You can just select and copy or press on a copy. Next, you will need to go to installation for your Stable Diffusion. Notice this, you need to be inside the Stable Diffusion web UI. Next, copy paste. When you're there, copy paste your git clone command, which will take copy from GitHub and place it in your local machine. You should see this kind of result. So it says remote access, done, 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 all done. So what is happening this time, it will create this folder with all necessary files on your machine. Also, if you're not familiar with Git, I would recommend to add a git pull command before from your normal. So you just go inside the command prompt and just type git pull. Okay, this will just go and pull all newest code that available. We won't go what is git, what repository. Just keep in mind, if you want to pull out sometimes, and it will update all your files to the latest that available from other developers. Okay, so now we installed the Deforum. Next, what we want to do is downloading those two models that we have it. When they're done downloading, you want to go back to the locations, going inside the Stable Diffusion web UI, inside the models, and right here you want to create folder. If it's not yet exist, call Deforum. Inside the Deforum, you just copy and paste those two files. So you'll notice how say it's 1.3 gigabyte and about 1 gigabyte size, so they're quite a bit large. You want to place them inside the Deforum folder. Okay, next step, we want to go inside Hugging Face website, and again, link for that will be provided below. Where is the Anything version 3.0? And at this point, we want to download the files. Click on files and versions. That will should take you to this place, and in this area you want to download it to files. One thing, keep it in mind, it is I know new things come up, and it's possible people worried about the viruses with Pickle. If you heard about this, it's a Python based kind of binary, anyway, extract destruct. Anyway, we won't go into details, but what's happening, these files is verified, all of them is clean, and you can notice right here you actually have a Pickle information that is in form. That is, if import is detected, you can see red, you can click and see what's going on with this, if it's any detection, but they are safe. And you want downloaded these two files, CKPT and PT. So you want downloaded these two, prune it, and other ones. You can download it unprune it, which is big files, but it is quite a bit large, 7.7 gigabyte. So when you downloaded those two files, you want to place them on your local machine in Stable Diffusion folder inside the model folder. So we have it Stable Diffusion web UI, we have it models. Inside the models, we have it one for the Deforum, and we don't have it separate. We'll just take Stable Diffusion folder and put it inside these two models. After this, you want to go and execute your bad web UI file, which is start running your server. My server currently running on localhost with a 7860 port. Check what port you're running on yours, but it's probably most likely will be same. After this, you can go and open inside the web browser. If you install properly everything, and it's you saw, it's very simple steps, doesn't take that much. Okay, so after you install those models, we need to start our server and we can go ahead and run. So I just call run me web UI. You can name as you want it. It's just simple batch file, which is open command prompt, and we'll start running. So I have it just to verify my git pull if it's okay, everything there, and it start running launching application. This may take a little bit time, depending on how fast your computers, how much memory, and whatever else they need to load it there. After it's completed, you notice right here it says running on your local drive. So at this point, you can go directly to your place. Now let's go just reload it, and there's running. Okay, as you inside, a couple things you will need change. So right here already selected because I worked before, but in yours can be different model. So just drop down and you should see anything v.3 if you correctly placed in the areas, and it's simple, just copy and paste. Then you need to select this. After you select, it may take few minutes to load this model. You'll notice when model loaded finish is select finish loading, with also showing here when it's done loading for you. But overall, okay, let me move this away. When it's available, next we actually need to switch in one another places. We need to go inside the settings, scroll down and down to SD babe, to this one, and when it says after, we need to go down and select anything at this point. So this is two places where we want to do. Let's apply settings, and we're now ready to work. One more thing, sorry to change this one, we want to use the DDIM, so we'll enable this one, and now you can copy and paste any prompt you wanted. So we'll go ahead, let's go brown scale leaves. Okay, so we'll just use this prompt for now, and simple, let's go ahead and click generate. Okay, so you can see it's run 5 seconds, quite a bit fast, and we have it, our first test image is rendered. You can modify or adjust. For example, we can go higher 50 cent. And what is this? That one I took directly from the site. Be sure we're kind of getting closer to the installation. And also I'm just want to be sure I'm copying the properties, which it says 50 steps, sampler DDM 12. So let's go ahead, DDM 50, 12. Let's go click and generate one more time. Okay, that one should be done quite a bit fast. Yep, it's taking quite a bit fast, and we have a beautiful example. So this is how we can create simple image. Now let's go to make some animations with this, and to do this we'll need to go inside the Deforum. Here I will go with a couple necessary options that I want to kind of point to you. One, we want to be sure we're matching from image that we created before, we're matching in the form. You can do create actually from random strings straight here, but if we're using different libraries and everything, you probably want to preview what you're going to create. So what I like to do is going inside here, and for example, let's switch this to the green hair, just to be sure we have it different. Also, I'm going to create a little bit widescreen ratio. 50 should be enough. I'll go to select maybe 4. Okay, 12, all done, and we're going ahead and click generate. So you can see generate quite a bit fast. Again, I'm running on RTX 3090 OC, and that does actually help a lot as well. We can go and check some of the usage of memory. You can see it's pop up about 12.6 gigabyte of 24 is available. If you're going on 8 gigabyte RAM, then you start using your shared GPU, will slow down a little bit, but you can still actually run this on the 3070 or on other cards, 2070, whatever you want it. Okay, so it's almost done, and here we have it, our beautiful images created. It is produced quite a bit stunning quality of the images if we look on this. Okay, next we want to do animations. You need to select what image you wanted at this point, and I think, you know what, this one actually look cool. What I want to do, it is get a seed number, and get seed number, we'll just click on the reuse seed. It's showing right there. Let's copy this seed. Now we can go inside the deform, and in run command, where it says seed, we're going to paste this seed as well. We want to be sure we're matching same resolution. I say we want to match as much as possible. Let's go back now and copy our prompt. After we copy prompt, go back to deform, and now we need to go inside the prompt tag. And at this point, let's erase everything right here. We don't want it, this stuff. Let's go comma and paste inside. Don't put a comma after. If it's you have an array of multiple items, then you can, but general, if you have just one, we don't need to put it. So this is all for our prompt. Let's go check in a keyframe. Keyframe, it have multiple videos how to use what options. You can always go ahead and check for the information about this, or you can just, if you go over, it's actually help you. They have a nice tip about how to create it. So for me, I'm going to use a 2D animation mode, simple 120. I don't want to go anything fancy. And actually, you know what? I will leave it just everything default, except maybe between a frame diffusion pop-up. You can pop up 2, 3, 4. Let's go to 2 on this, and leave it everything as default. When we're done with this, we can go click and generate now. And you can see preview, it's actually quite a bit fast generating every frame. Currently it's 120. And if we're going inside the output image to image deform, it's where they created our folder by default. We can open and you can preview right here. We have our images start creating, and we can actually zoom through them and see some of the creation as of each frame created. I say it is depend on how fast is your computer. That will create a different frames rate. Okay, let's go. Okay, so right here you can see it still continue creating. At this time, what I'm going to do, it's a skip, so we don't need to wait for this, and I'm going to jump showing you what you can do next with this. Okay, so one more options kind of forgot to mention, it's a video output. We have currently 12 frames per second, but most important right here you can see it's created GIF file for us. If you want it by default, it's can create it MP4, but because it's already created GIF, we have right here create animations after frames completed. So we can go open, you can preview. Right here is our animations going on, and you'll notice zoom a little bit because it's a specified by default zoom, have it kind of in the same effect. But right here we just created our animations from the AI generated images. So I hope you find this video kind of helpful, showing you some elements, how you can easily install, put it together, and also you can assemble them inside the Premiere Pro as well. And let me actually showing this as well. So if we right click and we're going to import, and in import you select a file where you have it located. Be sure you enable going on top, select your first image, enable image sequence, click open. Then it will take all of these images and put it as a one sequence, so you can go and after work with this sequence inside, for example, Premiere Pro or any other ones. That way you take all the single frames that was rendering and create a single animations. Big plus, if you do this, you can go inside and modify your speed durations. You can also frame interpolations set. For example, right here, I think frame interpolations, I don't want flow, I want frame sampling to do on these ones. Okay. But overall, you can find and create multiple ways your animations. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the end. What done so far, and hopefully you will enjoy to watch this video as well. You will enjoy to check the final result. Thank you for watching. If you like it, give us thumbs up, subscribe, and just share this video. It's helped me to encourage create more and other videos, and hopefully you'll have a great time to make your own animation.